Have you ever been outside and suddenly felt like a bird was watching you a little too closely? Not just flying by, not just sitting in a tree, but actually reacting to you. The truth is, most people in the United States ignore birds completely. They hear them, they see them, but they don't think anything of it. But what if that was a mistake? Because birds are not random background noise. They are constantly observing and reacting to you, to your movement, to your energy, to your presence in a space they know better than you ever will. And once you start noticing it, you can't unsee it. Walk into a quiet backyard early in the morning. Everything is still. Then suddenly, a bird calls out. Another responds. Then, silence again. That isn't random. Birds are constantly communicating through signals we rarely understand. They react to changes in their environment instantly. A person stepping outside, a door opening, a shift in movement inside a home. Even subtle patterns like your daily routine become part of their awareness. If you always step outside at the same time, they learn it. If you move differently one day, they notice. Not because they are thinking like humans, but because survival depends on awareness. And you are part of what they are aware of. Bird communication isn't just sound. It's structure. Tone changes, rhythm changes, timing changes, and different birds respond differently depending on what they detect. In suburban America, birds have adapted to human environments more than most people realize. They don't just react to predators. They react to people, to movement patterns, to emotional energy shifts in their surroundings. A sudden silence in birds can signal awareness of danger. A burst of sound can signal recognition of activity. And sometimes, repeated patterns form around specific humans without them ever realizing it. You walk outside, they respond. You leave, they reset. Over and over, until it becomes a hidden routine happening just outside your awareness. Here's where it gets uncomfortable for most people. Birds are often the first living system to react to environmental change. Not because they understand you, but because they constantly monitor everything around them. And that includes human presence, your movement patterns, your consistency, your disruption of silence. In suburban neighborhoods, birds often become highly tuned to human behavior. Not emotionally, not consciously, but instinctively. So when people say, birds are quiet today, what they're actually noticing is a shift in environmental behavior they can't explain. And when birds become loud unexpectedly, it's often a response to something changing in the environment. Something you may not have noticed yourself. Now, here's what matters most. Birds are not sending you messages. They are not trying to communicate with you personally, but they are reacting to you constantly. And those reactions create patterns, patterns that feel like meaning, because your brain is designed to find meaning in repetition. So when you start noticing birds more, it feels like they're talking to you. But what's actually happening is simpler. You've become aware of a system that was always there, a living network of sound, movement, and reaction happening around your home every single day. And once you see it this way, your backyard doesn't feel silent anymore. It feels alive, because it always was. You just finally started noticing.